time once again for Uncle Matt's bedtime story. Hello everybody, it's Uncle Matt and I'm here to read you another bedtime story. And tonight I'm going to read you a story about city and country. And maybe you live in a city, maybe you live in the country, maybe you live in a town or a village. We all live in different places. And maybe you like to vacation. If you're from a city, you want to go to a small town. If you're from a small town, you want to go to the big city. It's kind of cool. This story is called City and Country by Jody, Jensen, Shaffer. And it was copyright in 2017. Are you ready? Here we go. It's a chapter book, so we'll read the whole story. It's not too long. Chapter 1. Places around the world. Look out your window. Do you see buildings, traffic, and crowded streets? If so, you live in a city. A city is in an urban area. Every city is different. An urban area is placed where many people live and work. Maybe you look outside and see lots of open space. If so, you live in the country. The country is rural. Rural is the opposite of urban. A rural area can have fields and farms. It can have mountains too. Now, take a look at this. Your turn. Look at these pictures. Do they show a place that is urban or rural? How do you know? Chapter 2. City home, country home. No matter where you live, there's no place like home. Many people in the world live in big cities. Cities are full of people. In big cities, homes are close together. Lots of people share the same outdoor space. In the country, there are fewer people. And there is more space. There's lots of space to run and play outside. Homes are often far apart. People have fewer neighbors. Many people in the city live in row homes. Row homes share at least one wall with another home. Row homes sometimes look alike. In the country, homes don't touch each other. They don't always look alike. In the city, people also live in apartments. Tall apartment buildings have many levels inside. There are lots of homes on each level, and people can ride the elevator up and down. In the country, most homes have fewer levels. Houses aren't as tall. They have more space to be wide. City people don't always have much green space. They find creative ways to share the land, though. They grow pretty flowers and vegetables together. In the country, many people have big yards. They can grow their own pretty flowers and vegetables. Now, your turn. Match the picture to the word. Can you find a row house, a yard, an apartment, and a real house? Chapter 3, Sights and Sounds. There are lots of things to see in the city. Tall buildings tower over people in traffic. Bright lights blink. People are all around. You can see people traveling in the city. They take trains, buses, and taxis. In the country, you might see rolling green fields. Goats, cows, and sheep roam through the pastures. They eat the grass in the countryside. You can see lakes in the country. People play, swim in the water. Cities are full of sounds. You can hear street musicians singing, kids playing in the park, and friends laughing in crowded shops. In the city, you can hear taxis honk, street sellers call out loudly. Sounds fill the country too. You can hear cows mooing and trains whistling. Tractors rumble across fields and insects chirp day and night. In the country, you can hear water rushing in a stream, frogs croak, and fish splash. There are lots of things to smell in the city. People sell spicy vegetables on the sidewalk. The smell of freshly baked bread fills the air outside a corner bakery. You can smell many different things when people live close together. In the country, you can smell freshly cut grass. The air is clean and the smells of nature are all around. Some people live near cornfields. They smell sweet corn when it gets picked. You can see, hear, and smell things everywhere. Your turn. Look at the pictures. Tell a story about each one. What would you see, hear, and smell? Chapter 4. Life in the City and the Country. No matter where the people live in the city and in the country like to do many of the same things. They play sports, they ride bikes, they go work and go to school. Both city people and country people visit museums and go to concerts. Some people take walks for fun. People walk on trails that wind through city parks. In the country, some people walk in the woods. They hike up and down mountain trails. Some city people take taxis and subways to get around. They might walk or bike to work and school. Sometimes people ride city buses to travel longer distances. Some people who live in the country drive to work. Kids sometimes ride buses to school. Students in city and country schools learn about similar things. Children everywhere study math, science, and history. They might take art and music classes too. Many students learn about sports at school. Kids in the city and country like to run and play. Your turn. What is it like where you live? What do you like to do? The end. Wow. I hope that gives you some knowledge about some cities and countries. It's kind of neat to see the different parts of the world, both in the city and in the country. That is all the time we have for Uncle Matt's bedtime story. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.